Oh, I gotta start us off. What's up, everybody? We're here at the 75th Street Inn. It's a new sponsor. I'm here with Kevin.
What's
Brett.
up?
What's
We
up?
got
No
some-
Burbach though.
No Burbach because he's fake fan.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking about some football, NFL picture for the playoffs, as well as Damar Hamlin. From there, we might talk a little basketball. Donovan Mitchell just dropped 71 on the Bulls. That's a little awkward. And then
The
maybe some-
the quietest 71-point game of all time.
is,
Because
that is that the third most points all time? Tied for third
I
most?
think it's got to be up there.
Because
Yeah.
it would be Will, Kobe, him, and what's his nuts?
D-Book.
D-Book and not Oscar Robertson. What's the Robinson from Spurs?
Oh, David.
David Robinson.
Yeah.
He scored 71, I think. So, all right, we'll get into it. Dunk, I know you have a little something to say about Damar Hamlin, possibly.
Yeah, man. I mean, we were watching the game last night, Jake, and my first thought was, I've never seen this ever on a football field.
I've never
And-
seen it.
in all my years of watching, being around football teams, or just even being a part of things that, being a part of a team, that's the craziest thing to me. Like, I think for Buffalo and Cincinnati, for them to be able to step in and really just say, like, yo, we're not playing tonight, like, I don't know how you come back and play after that. Like, honestly,
It
like,
took him an hour to be like, yeah, we're not going to play it anymore. I find that really disrespectful. It should have been like 15 minutes, 20 minutes after. Just be like, all right, he was down for 10 minutes. He legit died on the field.
well, and dude, like, when you're doing CPR on somebody, like, that's when you know,
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
like,
So- When what do you think is going to happen to his career? Do you think he's done?
I think so.
You think he'd be done?
I think so.
You think he'll be done?
Here's why I say is
Do you care more about your life or football?
right,
Yeah,
And
that's the question you got to give
and
yourself.
I think Damar's going to be advised to
Call it quits.
call it quits.
So he's 24 years old. It's his second year.
No, I will say I think a great thing about being a football player though, and being a part of a football team is you can still have an impact on the game. You can be a coach. You can be within the organization, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm him, and I can't play anymore, hey,
Well, they did that for Shazier, right?
Right,
They made
yeah.
him like a coach or a scout person, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So they can do something along the lines
so
of that
they can do that
to live out the contract.
I will say, really, what I would say is just shows you how much the NFL is just a community, man. Like, you had players, you had teams, you had every former players reaching out and just saying, like, we're praying for this dude. Like, that just shows you the kind of community that the NFL has. And, like, I think the two coaches deserve a lot of credit because
Yeah.
they're the leaders of their respective teams,
In
and
the
they
locker room,
witnessed a
Horrific.
a
injury.
horrific thing.
I think that was probably the worst, injury on live television I've seen in a while.
Well, and like to see a dude just pass out, like,
Because I thought it was like a Tua thing, like
Dead.
God forbid,
Dead.
like that happens. It's still bad.
Literally
but, like,
dead.
Yeah, but where you get like a concussion, you get wobbly and you pass out, and you like seize up a little bit. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of more common now, and it's like, okay, we can help that, but like legit, someone passed away on the field and they had to bring him back to life. It's something insane to even think about for sure. And then, like Twitter,
9 minutes of
Yeah.
CPR.
exactly, and he's still, like Kevin said, in critical condition, which is pretty insane. But everyone was on the same basis besides one human being, Skip Bayless.
yeah. Let's jump into that. I'll read exactly what
Yeah,
Skip said
If you
here.
pull it up, everybody was on the same basis. Like they should have canceled the game, which I was in favor for. Just postpone it and find it. What were you saying? Make it the Thursday night game this week?
Yeah, how else are they going to do this? Because they can't go from like doing it next week, Thursday, and then having to play the playoffs week one of the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's like a huge advantage for the opposing team.
Well,
this
and
is
like,
for the one. Like this was for the one.
and
seed,
like,
which is huge for
and,
Super
and
Bowl.
like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just until we know that Damar Hamlin is going to be stable and is going to be all right, I really don't know how the Buffalo Bills can even play a football game. Like,
Right, because they were watching someone get CPR done to them.
and like even the Bengals too. Like, I just really hope that somebody is consoling T. Higgins because
Yeah.
he was the player involved, right?
Mhm.
Like, and I just hope that he's not blaming himself. Like, obviously, it's
Yeah, but have you seen his Instagram on his comments?
No.
People are telling him it's his fault.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's part of the
People are being
internet.
really harsh.
So this is what Skip Bayless said. No doubt the NFL is considered postponing the rest of the game, but how this late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So, like, I understand, like, he was a little tone deaf on this. Like, I understand what he's saying, but at
Right.
the same time, like, it was pretty significant. Canceling was the right move. I say move it to the Thursday night because we don't have a Thursday night game. Make this a Thursday night game. Postpone their next game to be like a
Monday.
I don't even know if you can do Monday because I think like a Tuesday. They've done Tuesday.
I'd rather
games
do a
before.
Monday night than a Tuesday night because I'd rather get an extra day off for the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, and this is the craziest thing about
Well, wild
this
card is
situation.
Saturday, Sunday. So
Because
they might have to like move a little bit back.
I don't know. And here's the thing is
Put him as no.
the hard part with this specifically is I don't think you play football until we know what's going on with him. Until we know he's going to be good and he's going to be okay, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so. And like, based off of players' reactions last night, guys, like when you see guys, NFL players who see these type of injuries all the time, right?
Mhm.
And you see these type of facial reactions, it's different than just an ordinary thing, right?
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't think the NFL cares. I think the NFL cares more about their money, so I think they'll still make the players play. If you don't play, then there's no money coming in for the NFL.
Yeah.
They definitely care more about their money.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have stopped a lot of other injuries that happened before.
It'll be interesting to see how they.
Damar Hamlin isn't the first player to get stretchered off a field.
No, I just think like the players seeing CPR, like I mean, and the craziest thing to me, guys, is like if they don't play this game,
It affects
then
a
what?
lot. It affects
Then
a
what?
lot.
What happens in the playoff picture, right? Because we mentioned these Buffalo.
This is receding.
This is for like the top.
Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Kansas City are all in that top three, and they're looking to make a run at this whole thing. And it's like,
Well, if they don't play it, you can't count it as a tie either. So you can't count
Because
it.
Cincinnati was winning 7-3.
Right, so you can't. I don't even know how they're gonna do this. It'll be interesting. I think it's gonna be the Thursday night game this week, and then however they want to play it.
let me ask you guys this: when do you think that this starts to become like, okay, this is when we're gonna play this
Thursday
game?
night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
But it needs to be decided like today or tomorrow.
Yeah,
Because they're gone. The
Buffalo
Bills
left.
is back. Bills are
which
back
is
at home.
which is why this makes it really complicated with how you schedule it.
Right, because
Because they have
Damar
to
is in
fly-
Cincinnati
Right.
still.
Yeah,
The Bills are back in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Obviously, Cincinnati's in Cincinnati. So
right.
I don't know. I think make this the Thursday night game or a Saturday game, and then you got to do whatever you got to do for your next game. Like fuck it. Because I don't know
Well-
who are the Bills playing their next game.
New England. Which
That's another
if New
big
England
game.
wins,
They're
they're
in.
in the playoffs.
And then
That's a
who's,
division game.
you
too.
take- and then the Bengals are playing.
Baltimore.
That's
Right.
That's another division game.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Like my whole thing, guys, is
they'll probably push. They're probably
Let
gonna
them
push something.
play
They're gonna push
this Sunday and then extend the playoffs for another week
That's
and
what
just let the Bills and Bengals play next Sunday.
Do you think so?
Yeah, just okay. The playoffs wait another week, but you still have a week of football
They're
going
gonna push the
where
season
there's
back.
where the NFL can see it as they're still making their money.
They're gonna push the season back an extra week for this.
Yeah.
I can
well,
see that.
and the tough part is it's not like Buffalo's playing a team that's eliminated, right?
Right.
Where like
This doesn't really matter. Like this
Right.
does matter. These next two games for both teams
Right.
definitely matter
and
for
like
everyone, not
Right.
just themselves. Yeah.
right. But hey, I think right now, like Troy Vincent said this morning, like our thought process is far away from the game of football. And, like, that is why, like, it's going to be really interesting to see how the NFL goes about this. And, you know, God forbid, boys, if the worst does happen and something really bad happens to Hamlin, like, how does Buffalo play another game this year? Like, I just don't know how. And even Cincinnati for that, man.
Especially since they like saw him like get the CPR and the AED and then get lifted out of it. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
But like this is why like this just adds another layer of storylines to an already crazy NFL season.
Mm-hmm.
But boys, let's dive into a little football. Obviously, we're praying for Damar, his family, all the above. But let's move on to football now. Where would you boys like to start?
Let's go NFL playoff picture since we're already kind of talking about that. I'll pull it up real quick as of right now.
Pretty big game on Sunday night.
Yeah, what do you got, Packers?
I'll tell you the truth about that. If the Seahawks win in the afternoon, I don't see the Lions trying. Because if the Seahawks win, the Lions are automatically out. So it could make that game boring then.
Who's the Seahawks playing?
The Rams.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why it's like.
But Detroit could ruin Green Bay's season.
NFL players don't see it like fans do.
Right.
They're going to be like, I'm not going to injure myself if I'm not going to the playoffs.
Right.
So they're just like, hey, fuck it. Oh, so bad.
You're fine.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it should have been Green Bay and Lions still at 325 and keep the Seahawks game. Because it'd make everybody try.
Right. Agreed.
Like, their hearts out, like, try. Yeah.
Agreed. But at the same time, the NFL is about making money.
Yeah.
You're going to put, Aaron Rodgers in a prime time slot.
So as of right now, since we're talking.
Yeah, but Geno Smith has been having a career year. You could have put him in a primetime spot and they could have still made money.
He's got that Pro Bowl season going. So it's
if they would have done like a double Sunday night game, that would have been insane.
Oh, that's what everybody was saying. They should have had these teams play at the same time.
So for right now, we got Eagles, 49ers, Vikings, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Giants, and then in the hunt, the Seahawks and the Lions. So like we talked about. And then in the AFC, we got the Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Chargers, Ravens, and in the hunt, it's the Jaguars and the Patriots.
I got Jags going.
Well, so the Jags and Titans are playing the last week of the year to get into the playoffs. Yeah. Jacksonville playing great football.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is looking like Trevor Lawrence now.
Well, and I think two guys. Listen, Doug Peterson. I credit the job that he's doing. I think is as good as anybody this season.
Coach of the year.
I think it's Brian Dable with the Giants.
Really?
No.
After what happened last year in the Jags?
And literally the Jags fans showed up with clown masks because their team
I know.
I
think it's one of those two, but I think Brian Dable, when we came into this season, when we talked about the Giants, nobody expected them to be in the playoffs, let alone.
Yeah, but the Jags were in a way worse situation last year. With their head coach, with the whole,
That's just saying that the Giants still are making the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it just shows you
Giants.
how the NFL changes throughout the year. Anybody can make it, but now we're seeing, boys, it's coming to the end of the year. And look in the NFC, look in the AFC. You still got some of the same teams there, right? You got the Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Ravens, and Chargers. New England's still in there fighting. And then in the NFC, obviously Philadelphia, they're having a great year. Got to win this week for the number one.
Yeah,
I got them one and done in the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Who'd you say?
Eagles. I think they're frauds.
Ooh. So the Eagles would.
Because everybody says that, like, how they are like, oh, Gardner Minshew could do the same thing Jalen Hurts is. No. Look at their numbers, though.
Well,
Gardner Minshew is putting up pretty big numbers with the same offense. The defense just isn't committing.
Right, and that's the concerning thing for Philly is, like, if you get into the playoffs, you need to be playing complementary football, right? Yeah. And that's one of the things that I told you guys why, Tampa or Green Bay or somebody that we don't think has had a good regular season can really make a run this year.
Yeah, these playoffs looking pretty good.
But I'm telling you guys right now.
Who's the best team in the league right now? Truthfully.
I think Kansas City.
Chiefs.
I got Niners, dude.
See,
I just don't believe
With
in
a
Purdy.
third-string quarterback and everything, they are.
see, my biggest
They
You
are-
got
concern.
Jimmy G. I'd go
Yeah.
49ers, but I can't because of Purdy.
My biggest concern though.
He's relevant now.
Yeah,
My
he is
biggest
relevant.
concern though is the Niners defense has looked vulnerable the past few weeks. Now they're winning, right? Everything, all the above, but to give up what was it, 30 points to Jared Stidham last week, it's a little concerning to me. Now, obviously, I think San Fran's the most talented team. I think they're going to be
On
in there.
paper, both sides of the ball. Hell yeah.
But
Dude, these would be some interesting playoffs though, just because you got the lot of.
well, I think this again goes back
Bills,
to
New England.
A lot of
With the-
division.
Yeah.
boys with the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Bengals. That is such a big thing right now, right?
This
Is who
game,
get-
the Vikings and Giants game, that will actually be interesting because I think the Giants will make it a pretty close game.
I think the Giants pull off the upset.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm very interested to see the matchups because the matchups will determine who wins. Like what in my opinion, like because I don't think like in the NFC there's really a clear cut team that I would pick in round one outside of maybe the 49ers.
I don't know, man.
But it even depends who they play.
I don't trust
No,
anyone.
I
in
got
the NFC.
Niners going. I think they look the best out of
Yeah.
anybody right
I don't
now.
trust anyone in the NFC. To be
Here's
honest
the
with you.
crazy thing though. I think the best thing for Green Bay if they win this weekend and want to make a run
Yeah.
is San Fran either being the 1 seed or the 3 seed. Because if they got to go there right off the bat, boys, they're going to get absolutely mollywopped.
Yeah, especially in San Fran.
Yeah.
Especially with the run that they're doing with Purdy.
Right.
They're looking good. But can Debo stay healthy?
And he's got to come back. They need to have
And
that.
George Kittle.
Yeah.
Kittle's always getting banged up and stuff. Like, I just don't know. But, boys, let me ask you. So, Brian Dable said that they are not resting any of the starters, right? Do you think the Giants are going to beat Philly in the last week of the year and drop them possibly down to the number 5 seed? Or
Philly?
Yeah.
Possibly, especially because the Giants and Philly don't really get along. Now, that's a division game that I will say that they play like a division game. Instead of everybody just thinking it's the NFL.
We'll see how it goes, man.
I would love for the Giants to knock Philly out, though.
Same.
I'm a Philly hater.
Well, you're Philly.
I think they're frauds. I don't think any.
So who do
I
you
don't
think's
think
gonna
they.
be the 2 championship games. Like, what
The two teams in the
Niners Chiefs rematch, and I think the Niners come out on top this time.
All right, so what about your championship games?
The NFC and NFC championship.
Chiefs Bills,
What about you?
Niners Dallas.
What about you over there?
AFC,
Yeah.
Chiefs and Bengals. NFC, Green Bay and Tampa.
What the? Now that's a bold prediction. I don't think that's
He's
happening.
been talking about that. I thought he was gonna
Here's
start.
why. Here's why. Okay. Is look at the NFC quarterbacks. Okay.
Look at their offenses.
Brady is the one I trust the most.
Yeah, but look at their offenses.
And-
They're not producing like the rest of these teams are
I know.
on both sides
I
of the
know.
ball.
But here's my thought process. If Tampa plays Dallas in game 1, I trust Tom Brady more to win me the game late
Yeah.
than Dak
Yeah.
Prescott.
Well, listen to this though. Listen to this. What has been making Green Bay win their games?
Defense.
Yes. If that defense doesn't, because they've been showing this season that they've been on and off.
Right.
If that defense doesn't provide, then there's no
Dude, something,
way.
But
something's rumbling in my gut, man. They're not talking about the fucking Chargers. Something about the Chargers is
You think they're gonna make it?
Because I need to see the playoff picture because they got to play the Chiefs at some point, and it would
Yeah.
be the second game probably because it's Cincinnati and Baltimore. And I have Cincinnati winning.
I
that
just
game.
I just don't know, boys, if
The fucking second round of the playoffs would be Chiefs, Chargers, and Cincinnati and Buffalo. That's insane.
Those would be two really good games.
Yeah.
But dude, the Chargers are being real quiet. They've won, I think, 5 or 6 in a row. Austin Eckler, We got Mike Williams back and better, and
Keenan Allen's
Keenan
been feeling
Allen's
himself.
back and better.
No,
And the
that
defense is starting to get healthier, man.
no, that's kind of like Green Bay though. They're playing well too. They're under the radar.
And then, but it's Jay Herbo, bro.
Yeah.
Jay Herbo, you know.
You got a young QB that has hit 4,000 yards 3 out of his first 4 seasons.
I don't know. I'm just
So-
saying,
Herbo the Turbo.
I don't
baby.
want to pick against Mahomes.
I wouldn't compare
but-
Green Bay and LA together. at all.
But like, so this is how it's gonna be. Do you think Jay Herbo and the boys could go into
The AFC is truthfully like a way harder conference.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I only see 3 teams making the championship game in the AFC. 3 possible teams making the AFC championship game. The Bills, the
Jacksonville.
Bengals, and the Chiefs. Those are the only 3.
Oh,
I just,
I see
Jacksonville
the
for
four.
the
I see
upset.
these 4 right
Jacksonville
here.
for the upset.
I'm gonna tell you. All right, how about this? I'm not gonna give you the championship games. I'll just tell you, whoever wins this game right here,
Yeah.
Chiefs or Chargers, make the Super Bowl.
oh,
Really?
Whoever wins this game right here is going to the Super Bowl. And then over here, this is the Wild West.
Yeah,
This
you
is
can't
the
tell.
Wild
The
West.
NFC just sucks so bad. You
well,
can't
and
tell.
that's the thing.
Like Philly, Dallas,
AFC is definitely going to win the Super Bowl this year. Can we all agree
Philly,
on that?
Dallas, Philly, Dallas, and Minnesota are the same
No
team.
way the NFC.
They're the
No.
same team.
No.
Philly, Dallas, Minnesota, same team. Where it's like, yeah, you got a good record, but holy shit, I don't
Well,
trust
and
that
that-
QB to give me a.
So this is why
Where's it
this
going, man?
this is why the seeding in my car. Sorry. This is why those seeding in the NFC is really important because the longer you can avoid San Fran, the better. If you're anybody, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, I think any other team besides San Fran is beatable.
And but this is playoff picture
right
as
now.
of right now.
Yeah.
So it'll
So
be-
I'm
That's
gonna
the thing.
I got the
San
Packers
Fran
beat,
is
but-
just they're the only NFC team that can compete with anybody in the AFC right now.
Wait, so who we missing? So the Packers would take out Seattle.
yeah.
So then
All the Packers have to do is win. Which, by the way, boys, we're in the building for that one.
we are in the building.
That shit's gonna be.
We are in the building
Crazy.
for that. If
Can we close on the restaurant? I don't like people.
you don't like people, what do you mean?
I hate people.
People are here.
They make me feel anxious.
Someone's coming in.
Yeah, who are you?
This game will be insane because if this is the Packers and San Fran, that's a crazy game. I'll be honest. I hate.
But it could be a crazy game, or it could be like a really crazy game or a really boring game.
I just feel my Nuggets.
You know what I mean? Like it could
Yeah.
go both ways on that one.
I feel in my Nuggets that if the Packers sneak into the playoffs, I feel like they make it to the championship game. Not gonna lie. And then whoever they play, it's gonna suck.
Guys, I think Tampa
I
or
can't.
Green Bay is going to represent the NFC.
I said that earlier.
I
but
can't make a pick because I got to see how they're playing, right? But I would probably take Tampa right now as currently.
It's just their defense sucks.
But the problem with Tampa is, right, is I trust Brady more than anybody, and Rodgers is his second quarterback I trust in that NFC.
Picture Brady on Niners right now. Oh my god.
Insane.
It would be over. It'd be over.
That'd be like you already know your Super Bowl pick.
I would put.
He could
Chiefs
play
and
another
Niners
6
for it.
seasons.
Yeah.
That would be insane. That would legit be. That'd be like the Peyton Manning and the Broncos. How
Yeah.
loaded both sides of the
Well,
ball
and
were.
what's crazy is when they won that second Super Bowl, in
Peyton
Denver,
didn't do shit.
Peyton did.
You could legit just sneeze and
He maybe had I think he had under 200 yards passing in the Super Bowl. Like that's crazy.
Titans Jaguars. That's being flexed to Saturday.
I couldn't imagine Brady on the Niners right now.
He'd look good in that freaking.
I will say I like what the NFL did last year with this whole Saturday.
Chiefs and Raiders also this Saturday.
That'll be an interesting
Chiefs, Raiders, Titans, Jaguars this Saturday. Wow.
game. Again,
Don't the Raiders still have a possibility of getting in?
Because they lost last week,
Yeah.
Monday.
Hey, you boys know what's crazy? Is if New England loses to Buffalo and the Dolphins lose to the Jets, you know who's the 7th seed in the AFC?
Hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
I hope they do now.
I hope so too.
Mike Tomlin would never have a losing season still after
Right.
people are like,
Well-
he's going to have his first
Well,
one.
and guess what? If you're the 2 seed, Pittsburgh's coming into your building. You can't tell me you're a little like, we'd rather play Mac Jones.
Who's the 2 seed in the AFC right now? Is it
The
Buffalo?
Bills, and that's why that game was so important because it's like it's for the 2 of almost the 1, but the Chiefs are playing.
So if the Chiefs win,
They got it for sure.
they got it.
But if they lose,
Then
it all
Buffalo
depends
could
on
get it?
how Buffalo does those 2
Because
games.
Buffalo beat the Chiefs at the beginning of the year.
So they have the
right?
head-to-head, but we got to see what.
Really, it's this game. This game last night was going to determine a whole
This was
lot.
this was going to put a lot of staples in.
Which is crazy because, like, we're sitting here and we're thinking about this, and it's like, dude, like,
I know.
the NFL isn't even, like, we're.
So right now, Packers are favored by 4.
I think the Packers win. They'll beat the Lions.
I think it's going to be a like 14+ win.
I think it's going to be a really close game.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
I just think the Lions are.
I think it'll be-
I think it's going to be
Fuck off.
determined by like a field goal, honestly.
Mason Crosby, bro.
I just think
I wouldn't
that
trust Mason Crosby, though, at all.
He hit a 56-yarder last week.
Okay, let's talk about all the other games.
Bro, you want to talk about your Ohio State missing a field
Oh
goal?
my
I just heard about
God.
that, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
did you
he
see the
shanked-
kick?
He
Did you?
shanked that.
Dude,
Like,
that wasn't even close. Like, my 3-year-old sister could have kicked better than
like,
that.
Yeah.
on God, I was watching it at the bar. The Georgia was like, damn, they're going to lose to freaking Ohio State. That's going to suck. I'm going to have to become a Colorado fan for real. Next thing I know, he shanked. I said, oh, he's crying at home.
Dude, boys, I was behind my couch.
Probably
I
crying.
couldn't watch. Senior had the volume all the way up. And I just was like, bro, what is
The
happening?
shanked it. Dude.
I'm gonna tell you guys this though.
You see how in sync it was with the New Year's
Yeah.
countdown? That was pretty
But
lit.
those two, we finally got some good college football semifinals.
Oh, the Michigan game was even good.
That game was crazy,
Hell
and then
yeah.
Ohio State, Jordan, that was a great game
Hey, who
too.
saw McCarthy try to pull off the digs?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Man. He was standing there like,
It's like, come on, bro. This is college, bro. It ain't that serious.
who do you think wins, TCU or Georgia? Georgia, I think
Yeah.
steamrolls. I think it's a
I
steamroll.
just, I
It's gonna be
really,
crazy. Fucking Bennett's gonna have 2 natties under his belt, dude. Wow.
I think
back to back.
when TCU won, I think the national championship was the second semifinal.
Man. Dude, I think it's gonna be a steamroll. They're probably gonna beat them by like 21 points.
I will say, I don't know. Like, if you're TCU, you gotta watch that semifinal game Ohio State just played
Yeah,
and replicate it.
I don't know how you're going to. They don't have those players.
I don't
You know
think
they
that-
don't have those
right.
players.
But you have to try. Like,
You're gonna.
that's your best chance.
Hey, let's talk about my team, LSU. You guys see the video of the coach yelling at the
Yeah,
players?
man, they were with the cheese guy.
Someone goes, they're pulling an orgy with the Cheez-It?
Dude, why were they with the cheese guy? What the heck?
Why did he get up like he just got,
Yeah.
like, you know?
Yeah.
There's a Cheez-It Bowl. What?
Honest to God, all these different polls, I find it so stupid. Honestly, like there shouldn't be that many polls.
And all the Midwesterners go, that's just the SEC for you.
Yeah.
Grow a pair.
You see, Mr. Jimmy, Mr. Khakis, Michigan man, probably gonna leave Michigan.
Yeah, we'd go over to the Denver, right?
I heard Denver was one. Someone said the
Indy.
Chargers.
Indy
but
called
since
him,
they
yeah,
went
Indy called him.
Indy would be a great place for Jim.
Yeah.
That's a good roster.
He'd be a really good home
He's
player.
a Midwest guy. They have
QB.
really good defensive players, really good O-line.
They need a QB. Big Dick Nick can't be it anymore because he got
Hey,
hurt.
I'm telling you guys this. You want to hear something wild? What if fucking Jim Harbaugh goes to Indy and then they draft CJ Stroud?
I was just about to say that. Because what's their
'Cause the
pick
Bears are
place
probably-
right now? They're top 5, right?
Yeah, they're up
The
there.
Bears are probably gonna trade that second pick.
But
They
hold
should.
on. If the Texans win this week, the Bears get the 1.
But the Texans are playing.
Indy.
Oh, here we go.
What's going on?
NFL says no decision on possibly finishing later date. No changes to week 18 slate, but no game this week.
Wow.
So
Well, hold on. Do you think the Indy is just going to try to blow it just to get a lower pick because the Because what if they? Because realistically, what if they want to trade with the Bears to get the 1 spot? Do you know how many picks the Bears could take from Indy from the future? Because then they'll just move up to like the 5 or the 4 spot, right? They could still draft Will Anderson, which is who I think they should draft.
The D lineman.
Yep.
From Alabama.
Yep. And then they could also get a future first-round pick with it. Bring me the money. Give me Houston money line.
Money line. Here's my thing. Will Anderson will probably be there at that 5th pick or whatever.
Yeah, so I'd trade. I would
no. Siri, don't go on nothing.
I would trade.
Siri, shut up. I would trade that pick just because we can get more bang for our buck.
Yeah.
Get your money right, not your funny.
We got 130 mil.
You got 130. Go get yourself some O linemen, D linemen, wide receivers.
D Hop will be free this year.
They said we had to trade for him. We got to trade for him.
And then
who's the other guy?
From Cincy, Boyd, I think it is.
Tyler
Boyd.
And then who was the other guy?
Or was it Higgins that is free this year?
One of them. But I was just like, damn.
That's some money that you could spend right there.
D Hop, I would trade for D Hop. Nothing like crazy.
Give him Claypool.
I'd keep Claypool just because he's younger.
So
I would trade like my second. I would trade my third, my fourth for D Hop just because he's 31 years old now. Just saying.
He has about 5 years left in the league. The wide receivers usually play to the 36, right?
2 elite years. Yeah. 2 elite years and then 3 good years. I feel like D Hop has
2 elite where you're getting 1,500 yards and 3 1,000-yard seasons. I think
the Bears,
especially with Justin Fields.
Yeah, the Bears, I believe, have the best upside of for any team in this next season by far.
I only have a winning 7 games next year though, just to finally get together.
See, I think because of our division.
Bears.
I think because of our division, man.
7 next year.
Yeah,
I think because of our division.
And then the year after, that's when they're going to become good. Because you're going with a high first round pick.
I think the Bears, they have a great opportunity to do some good stuff. But what
they just can't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Don't do a Bulls. Don't do a Bulls.
This offseason determines their future.
Yeah, right.
If they fuck this up,
lose.
I'm switching teams, honestly, at that point. I'll switch.
Who would you go to?
Bengals.
That'd be a good team.
Hey,
you ordered that Joe Burrow jersey?
Dude, that Joe Burrow jersey looking good on me.
Who would I go to? Who's my next?
Or Chargers. You like the Chargers? You like Jay?
No, I hate Jay Herbo.
You hate Jay Turbo?
Yeah, because he sucked up for my fantasy team.
I like Jay
Jared
Herbo.
Goff was better. I'd probably become a Niners fan.
So who would you want as your QB? You got 3 of them. Who would you want to be as your QB? You got 3 of them. Which one? Trey Lance.
I'd rather Jimmy G. I'll just
give me Jimmy G
all day. I just let him finish his career.
Trade Trey Lance. Trade him.
Oh, he's garbage. Throw him out. I only like the 49ers because I like Debo Samuel.
Boys, do we forget Trey Lance's first career start? He looked absolutely atrocious.
It wasn't a monsoon against the Bears, though. Remember that.
Okay, but dude, I don't care, man.
Oh, I said trade Lance.
We're trading Trey Lance. He's done with.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Jordan Love.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I'd rather have Trey Lance. Sorry.
Trey Lance, he's ghost.
Hey, I just hope Aaron Rodgers is not quarterback next year.
I
think.
Where else would he go?
Hold on. I think if he has another losing season with the Packers next year, he's done.
Probably.
If he doesn't win it again next year, he's done. I don't think the Packers will have a chance.
I think he's going to stay just because of the money. He's got wide receivers now. The defense is better for sure.
Dude, Dobbs and Watson
and the division sucks.
Year under their belt, gonna be. I'm sorry, boys. Next year, Minnesota will be the biggest letdown in the NFL.
Yeah,
the Bears might be better than Minnesota next year.
Fuck yeah!
As crazy as that is.
You think they're gonna suck next year?
Yeah.
I think they'll be 500.
Because here's the thing. Think about 2 of their wins, at least. Right now,
they'll probably be
the Bills game where they got that insane play to Jefferson that won them that.
And the Cowboys Packers losses were like holy shit. Then you had the comeback against Indy, which was kind of like all right.
Matt can't hold leads. Ryan.
Yeah. So a lot of their wins. What was it? The last 6 wins was like a combined. I heard this on. Did you? I heard this stat. No, I heard this.
What's a better nickname? What's yours again? Matt throws lead Ryan.
Matt can't hold leads Ryan.
Or Kenny throws a picket.
No, I heard this stat. Did you know game point margin for the Vikings is negative? is negative. It's negative.
And they have 12 wins.
Yeah. That is the first time ever. I was like, what? How can that be? But yeah, they have a negative points margin.
Someone also did the math. They said if the season ended with if games ended by halftime, the Vikings would be 1-12.
I think the Lions will be better. Than the
They
Vikings
haven't
actually.
held the lead until the fourth quarter.
Speaking of the fourth quarter, we had a 20-point lead going in that fourth quarter last night. Bulls, Cavs.
Yeah, but then freaking Donovan Mitchell just has to drop 71 just out of
71
nowhere.
points.
Like,
Well, I knew it. Like the craziest thing about it, it might be the quietest 71-point game of all time.
no one would have ever called
Yeah.
that.
A, it's the Cavs, quiet market. B, what happened last
Can
night.
you
obviously.
imagine
Yeah.
if someone went to Vegas and was like, Donovan Mitchell's dropping 71?
I haven't watched the highlights of that game.
And they put like $1
but
million on it.
I would either.
I should watch the highlights of that game, but
I probably will after lunch.
I was watching. I was like, "Damn, let's go! We beat the Cavs!" Like it was going in the fourth quarter. I was like, "Let's go!" And then
Lane violation, though. He would have only ended
Lane
with 56.
violation,
He
and then
would've
on top
ended
of
with
it,
56, I'm
the
just
one
saying.
on Damar, that's an absolute heck of a foul. The elbow across his elbows. It's like he couldn't even get the shot. Like legit. I don't like it, but Bulls need to do something big. I think they're gonna trade either Levine or Damar. They got to at some point, and it's good. I hope it's that. Levine
I seen a Lakers fan comment. They said we should trade Anthony Davis for DeMar, Zach LaVine, and like 3 first-round picks. I was like, what idiot would ever
Don't ever
accept that?
take. Don't ever take.
Don't ever listen to a Lakers fan.
No, don't
What do you
ever,
think?
don't ever listen to that. I
What
don't never
said.
want street clothes. Never give me street clothes a day in their life. All right?
So boys, just kind of looking at this here.
What are you watching there?
Roger Goodell put out the statement that there will be no game this week between the Bills and the Bengals.
Yeah.
That is Roger Goodell.
So they'll probably extend the season 1 extra week.
I don't know what they're gonna do, guys. Like
They
they might
gotta play
not
it.
play. They might not play that game.
They're gonna have to play that game.
Yeah, it's got to be done
They
because
gotta
of
play that game.
how much it matters with seeding.
Just because the Chiefs lost to the Bills, that game has to be played.
Let me ask you this.
If the Chiefs won against the Bills in week 3 or 4, whatever it was, they technically couldn't play the game.
Let me ask you this.
You can ask me.
Do you think they postponed it to see the Week 18 results and then decide if they need to play the game?
They're gonna have to regardless.
Well, what if the Chiefs win? If the Chiefs win,
2
then
and
it
3.
doesn't
No. The 2 and 3 seed.
Yeah.
Because this was to see who at least gets the 2 seed. Because the Bengals right now are only a game behind.
Yeah,
Because they're 11 and 4. Bills are 12 and 3. That's why this game needs to be played.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Rodgers is going to have to figure his shit out.
Roger Goodell, you're gonna have to repay some fans.
You're going to be up till 2 a.m. a lot of days, buddy.
And boys, I hate to bring this up, but Roger Goodell in PR situations and stuff like this is not good. So I'll be interested to see what he and the team come up with.
Okay, so we got week 18 this week. They're gonna have to play those games. I think they'll probably make this a next week Thursday night game, and then postpone the playoffs a week.
That'd be crazy.
We got some action here to set up this video.
Who's coming in?
I don't know.
They just broke into your car. I'm sorry to tell you.
Just keep talking. I gotta watch myself. There we go. Oh, I undid your little computer, dude.
Oh, it's Amazon.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Is it from here? I don't like those new Amazon cars.
Can we bark at them?
Where Amazon can use their own personal vehicles. You know how many times late at night I've almost shit my pants for a robber coming in? No.
I'm not even gonna lie. Amazon do be showing up at your door at like 11 p.m.
Yeah, and they're like, my package arrived. Well, bitch, when? Like,
Bro, there was a time. So I was up and I had like my cousins over or whatever, and we're sitting there on the couch.
We should explain this after the show.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, how was your New Year's?
yeah! Happy
Talk
New Year,
about-
everybody.
Talk about your New Year's. How's your New Year's?
I did nothing.
You did nothing? Brett, how about you? How was your? Oh, we kind of know how your New Year's.
I watched football. I drank beer. It's prototypical.
Yeah, you need to go see AA.
So Donovan Mitchell's the 7th player to score 70 plus points. I didn't know that. I couldn't even tell you all that. Probably like way back in the day. But Wilt done it.
You know what's crazy? Do you think he's gonna have a good season next year too? Because
Donovan.
he is having a decent
The
season.
Cavs are having a really nice season.
Yeah.
I think he could. I think Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, you gotta let this guy in. He came all the way from Illinois,
That's all right. The door says we're
all
closed.
the way from Chicago.
Everyone's probably driving by this window thinking, "Oh, there's people in there," and then no.
You know what's really cool though?
Huh.
His foundation was raised
$4 million now?
Yeah, it was at
Mil.
That's
I
awesome.
think it was only at
A
like
mil.
15,000 earlier, but yeah, that's
awesome.
crazy. Good for him. But
That's
all right, any last thoughts, my man?
No, I'm excited for the game this weekend. I'm excited we're going. I can't wait. I got a custom jersey in the mail. I got a hat in the mail. We're ready.
I'm
to
wearing,
roll.
I'm wearing that Joe Burrow one.
Joe Burrow, baby.
Yeah, I'm getting that one.
Joe Cool.
Nah, man. That's what I gotta do.
But
We got
boys,
some action. We got some action. Where's it coming from?
accomplished.
I'm right here.
Popo.
I'm right here.
Compared to Popo, but all right. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Shout out 75th,
Shout out
man.
75th
You
Street
missed
in.
me.
Shout out 75th Street in. Come and get some.
Hey,
Come
bro.
and get some
Hey,
food.
bro. Hey, bro.
All right, take it
Hey, bro.
easy.
MJ's to go.
All right, bye. MJ's to go.